Hello my friends, my name is Abigail Gazda. No, we are not at Whiting Park, but we are close enough. And I am here working on my 2022 Ford Transit van conversion. And I am working on the bed frame. However, before I could work on this bed frame, I have been trying for a few days. And I am mostly have felt intimidated by creating the joints or joining two pieces of wood together to be the actual frame. This is a completely unedited video I am recording, and it is going up for those of you who also need to learn how to use a Kreg jig or a jig in general. But one little piece of information is that I am working and living on a corner, and lots of people are driving by very slowly to observe. So they're going to see me talking to you and potentially talk to me while I'm talking to you. So again, this is completely live or straight up, no edits. We're just gonna roll with it. The van vlog will come out probably late July, early August. But I wanted to come here in case there's someone else figuring out how to use a jig and intimidated by it. So a few pieces of information I am going to talk to you about is I am working on a table saw. Let me scooch it a little bit. There we go. So working on a table saw, and I just made this very haphazard stand for the Kreg jig itself so that it doesn't move while we're drilling into the wood. And so this is the actual unit. This is the Kreg bit that you would use, and there are Kreg bits that are nice and long for the pocket holes. The purpose of this entire unit is to create pocket holes, which I've been practicing, and what that is for is to drill at an angle when we create this angle. That way the screw itself will come in like so for a stronger hold. So that's why you would be using or doing this, okay? So a couple things about this Kreg jig. This is why I wanted to make the video, because I had to watch quite a few videos of professionals explain it in professional terms, and I'm an amateur, and that's okay. And so I want to talk to the amateurs figuring all this out. So there is a little screw here that you can use to then change the size of the piece of wood that you are cutting. As I showed you, I believe I showed you, but a 2x4 is not a 2x4. A 2x4 is really more like a 1.5 by a 3.5. Okay, so when you're measuring things, you really want to know the actual size. Most pieces of wood are not cut to the size that they're called, so you want to make sure, especially if it's for accuracy, then you're going to need that information. So what you would do is you would, so we measured this to 1.5, and also there's another setting right here where it would need to be set at 1.5. You can just screw that in and out. However, I had it set at 1.5 to hold it nice and tight, so we're going to leave that there. And you would place the piece of wood just like so, making sure it is centered. And then you would come over here, set that clamp. Make sure it's nice and tight. I had done it and it still wasn't tight enough, and it kind of wiggled out of my grip. In fact, we could probably make this just a little bit tighter just to make sure. Yeah. Okay. So then what you're going to do is hang out with me for a minute. So we're going to bring this drill bit. This is a drill bit that will actually make the hole. So there's lots of these sizes, but it basically pre-drills a hole for you so that the screw isn't the one actually forcing its way through. It prevents cracking of the wood. It also helps you go at the angle that you intend to go at. And so these are really, really beneficial. You would put this in. One thing I'm going to tell you, if you're watching this video and it's serving you, then you're like me. And that is called a drill bit. And this is also called a drill bit, meaning it goes to the head of the screw and it screws in. But these are all called drill bits. It's basically a bit of whatever that goes in here and is used with the drill. So no matter what the end of it looks like, these are all drill bits. Drill bits come in many different sizes and shapes. It just depends on what you need. So like I said, this is for beginners. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh girl, you didn't know that? No, I didn't. And whoever else is watching this maybe didn't either. So what we're going to do now, let me turn you back. is, I should be using 2 hands, I am aware, and I'm showing you. So we are going in, oops, and make sure you're going in the forward motion. So it goes down and comes right back up. If you notice, that was pretty simple. It went through like butter. If you're having trouble with it going in and out, then you're probably using either the wrong size. I found out another thing is that if it's not going in and out easily, you're probably going at an angle on accident or like curving it. So you want to just make sure you're going straight in, straight out, easy peasy. Thank you, ma'am. So once you do that, you can take this off of the Kreg Jig and you will have something like this. Notice I did not go through the wood. That's the point. The screw will go through the wood. The pocket holes are meant to guide. Okay, so we're going to change this out for the screw, the one that will hold the screw. Change that. Okay, nice and tight. Now, another lesson I want to share that I have learned along the way is there's about 1 million screw choices. There's 1 million wood choices. There's 1 million screw choices. Okay. While I was practicing before hitting record, I used a 1.25" screw and I was able to rip that joint right apart very easily. I used an 1.5" screw and it held very tight, very well. So even just a 1/2 inch difference can make the difference in the quality of your end product. So I'm going to set aside. Now I made 3 holes, so I'm going to do 3 holes for the sake of it. Yeah, we have lots of fans watching. This is great. And so I am going to put y'all at an angle to be able to watch. Let's see here. Oh, perfect. Now, when you are drilling into the bottom, let's say, you're going to want to clamp your wood down. So that's what we're going to do. Safety and also like accuracy. So clamp the wood and then we're gonna set this. In fact, I could probably scooch this a little bit. There we go. Okay. And we are going to go just like so. I want to make sure you can see me. Now, something that I might do, depending on the corner and whatever, is add a bit of wood glue. That's optional, but I have had a good experience with all the wood glue that I've been using for this project, for the van project, so I probably will. But for the sake of showing you what I'm doing here, so we're going to just take this screw right into the pocket hole and drill. Good. Sorry if I moved y'all. Okay. Let's make sure we're still situated. There we go. Hopefully I don't drop y'all. Okay. Good. And ooh, these are magnetic, so that's pretty cool and helpful. And good. Oh yeah, baby. So now we have a corner. It's so fun. Okay, so here's one thing I'm going to tell you about this van build. So I would love for y'all to subscribe, watch, share, hang out with me. These weird videos will be coming out where my video editors and the people who help me with this are gonna be like, oh my God, Abigail, send me that shit so I can clean it up. Nope, we're just doing this live. Okay, so this is awesome. It sticks, it stays. And I'm gonna be doing this with plywood for this project, but this is an example of how to do this successfully. And it's really fun. So what I want to say to a beginner, which is who exactly I'm recording for, is yes, this shit can really seem intimidating. It could seem like, what the fuck am I doing? And what's even funnier is all these people are watching me do it. And so I would love to invite you to come and stick around for the van build. But if you are a beginner builder or just learning, want to learn, can't figure it out, especially if people that, oh, I was looking for these right in front of me, that it's intimidating. And I've watched a bunch of videos and they speak different languages and, you know, or talk in the construction language, and it's like, oh my God, what are they doing? What are we doing? But I'll be sharing these along the way because I would love to inspire anybody who wants to take on a project, because there's a lot of cool DIY stuff to do out there, and I know that being able to build your own corner, put 2 pieces of wood together like that, is extremely beneficial. There will be other projects that I will record little bits like this, and then we're going to have the really cool professionally edited vlog of this van coming together. It's also close to the 4th of July. We have fireworks going off, so love you. Stay tuned, subscribe, share, like, comment. Let me know if this was helpful. I would love to hear from you. Thanks. Take care.